Easy English podcast. Let's start, guys.
Welcome back, guys. Imagine sitting in your IELTS speaking test, feeling nervous and trying to think of the perfect English sentence. The examiner asks you a simple question, but suddenly your mind goes completely blank.
That moment happens to so many IELTS students. You understand English while listening, maybe even while reading. But when it's time to speak confidently, everything suddenly feels difficult.
And the worst part is, you start thinking that maybe your English is not good enough for a high IELTS score. But the truth is, fluency is not about speaking perfect English.
Exactly. In this video, you'll learn powerful IELTS speaking phrases, natural fluency tricks, and smart ways to sound more confident during your speaking test.
One of the biggest mistakes IELTS students make is trying too hard to sound perfect and advanced. They create long, complicated sentences that sound unnatural and difficult.
And because they focus too much on perfection, they become nervous, speak very slowly, and sometimes even forget easy vocabulary they already know.
But here's something important you need to understand. IELTS examiners are not looking for robotic English that sounds memorized or fake.
They want natural communication. They want to see whether you can express your thoughts clearly and confidently in real English conversation.
For example, many students say, "According to my personal opinion, I would like to say that."
That sentence sounds too forced and unnatural. Native speakers usually keep things simple, direct, and easy to understand.
So instead, try saying, "Honestly, I think." It sounds smoother, more confident, and much more natural.
And that's the secret. Fluent English is not about using difficult words all the time. It's about sounding relaxed, clear, and natural while speaking.
Now, let's look at some powerful phrases that can instantly improve your IELTS speaking answers and make you sound more fluent.
These are the kinds of phrases that give your answer structure and help you sound more confident during the test.
Phrase number 1 is to be honest. This phrase sounds natural and gives your answer a conversational feeling.
For example, to be honest, I enjoy learning English because it helps me communicate with people from different countries.
Phrase number 2 is one thing I've noticed is. This phrase is excellent when sharing observations or personal experiences.
For example, one thing I've noticed is that social media affects people's attention span very quickly these days.
Phrase number 3 is from my perspective. This phrase makes your opinion sound more formal and mature.
For example, from my perspective, studying abroad helps students become more independent and confident.
And here's another useful phrase. That's a really interesting question. This is extremely helpful during the IELTS speaking test.
Why? Because it gives you a few extra seconds to think before answering. At the same time, it makes you sound calm and confident.
For example, that's a really interesting question. I think technology has completely changed the way students learn today.
And finally, another great phrase is, I'd say that. Simple, natural, and very commonly used by fluent speakers.
If you want a higher IELTS band score, you need to stop repeating the same basic words again and again in every answer.
For example, many students always say very good, but after some time, that vocabulary sounds repetitive and basic.
Instead, try stronger words like excellent, amazing, impressive. These words sound more advanced and expressive.
The same thing happens with phrases like very bad. It sounds too simple and weak in IELTS speaking.
So instead, try words like terrible, disappointing, unacceptable. They make your English sound richer and more powerful.
And instead of saying, I am very happy, you can say, I'm absolutely thrilled.
Small vocabulary improvements like these can make a huge difference in how fluent and confident your English sounds. Now, here's the biggest secret behind fluent English speaking. It's not about having a perfect accent or knowing thousands of difficult words.
The real secret is confidence through daily practice. Fluent speakers improve because they practice consistently, not because they are naturally perfect.
So from today, stop being afraid of mistakes. Every fluent English speaker you admire today once struggled with basic sentences too.
The difference is that they kept practicing even when they felt nervous, embarrassed, or uncomfortable while speaking English.
So speak English every single day, even if your grammar is not perfect. Confidence grows when you continue speaking without giving up.
And remember this, every mistake you make while speaking is actually helping you become more fluent in the future.
Right now, you may feel behind compared to other students online who speak English very fluently and confidently.
But never forget this. Every confident English speaker was once nervous, shy, and afraid of making mistakes too.
Nobody becomes fluent overnight. Fluency is built slowly through practice, repetition, patience, and real speaking experience.
And one day, after enough practice, you'll notice something amazing. You'll start speaking English naturally without translating every sentence in your mind.
If your dream is to study abroad, achieve a high IELTS score, or build an international career, then English can completely change your future.
So keep practicing every day, keep improving step by step, and most importantly, never lose confidence in yourself and your progress.
See you in the next video.